Welcome to your Saga Oasis. True love, toxic love. When we start a new romantic relationship, we always harbor beautiful dreams to nurture that love. In the beginning, our souls are filled with plans and intentions to cultivate the relationship. And we also painstakingly polish ourselves to be worthy of the other person, or even to become an ideal model to lead our partner. This initial mindset rarely involves calculation. Instead, it's filled with a longing to share and support the one we love. It makes you care more about others than yourself. Unfortunately, this often doesn't last long. Perhaps the struggles of life have pulled us into its whirlwinds, where endless competition and rivalry consume us. Economic development also keeps us too busy, leaving us no time or energy to continue pursuing the dreams or plans we had set for the relationship at the start. Even we start to change, justifying to ourselves that for love, we need to seek better material conditions or prestige to build happiness for both. And from there, we give ourselves the right to change, to the point where looking back at our initial soul, we can only mock our naivety, wondering why we once gave so much to the other without demanding anything in return. When we start to question why we have to change ourselves, while the other person doesn't need to change anything, that's when our soul begins to shift. Our hearts no longer hold their original position, and sometimes it's even more dangerous when we start to doubt the value of the love we had at the beginning. We can't maintain the good, beautiful aspects we had initially, making the romantic relationship lose its sparkle and beauty. Clearly, in a relationship, feelings develop through stages. Initially, we are drawn by curiosity, discovery, and experiencing emotions together, a phase that could be called passionate love. If the love progresses correctly, this stage will gradually move to a phase of deep affection, where our desire for emotional exploration gives way to a sense of responsibility, a wish to contribute to each other's lives and care about deeper issues. Previously, the concern was how to become more attractive to the other person. Now, we care about their difficulties or their dreams and aspirations, how the two of us can understand and empathize with each other, accepting each other more. We start to want to give more than receive, having deep faith in each other and wishing to merge two lives into one. In this process, we strive to improve ourselves, wanting to transform the negative energies within. We realize we also harbor much negative energy, whether it be anger, domineering attitudes, arrogance, or constant worry, stress, and fear. These negative energies directly affect the one we love, causing them to wither and become exhausted. Therefore, we are determined to change ourselves. This is the hallmark of true love. Not all marriages come with true love. Not every marriage comes with true love. Sometimes, people marry for other reasons, like being attracted to certain qualities in each other. True love needs time and challenges to prove itself, like gold tested in fire. For true love to emerge, it might take a year or two, during which you strive to better yourself, to become the best gift for your loved one, and to be their emotional support. This is in complete contrast to making life harder for each other as time goes on, causing suffering and filling the relationship with demands, troubles, and annoyances. Sometimes we think we're building a happy life together by working hard, maybe 10 hours a day or even more, taking on various jobs to provide for the family. But in doing so, we change, becoming someone who must succeed in business, meaning we can no longer be naive, cute, or sincere as before. You need to learn to compete, using every trick to beat competitors, which unfortunately fosters bad traits in you. You might think this persona stays at work, and at home, you can be the loving spouse or the dutiful child you once were. But in reality, maintaining two separate personas is hard, and we can't really do it. At first, you might manage, using willpower to remind yourself that at home, you're not the CEO or store owner anymore, just a spouse or child to those you love. But gradually, the allure of money, power, and especially work becomes stronger than anything else. Sometimes, your passion for work even exceeds your love for family happiness. When you're at work, you feel alive and shine, because there, you're affirmed through power, talent, recognition, admiration, and respect from others. In building and maintaining relationships, you might feel clumsy and awkward, but in making money and influencing others, you're incredibly skilled. And from there, you start to love your work more than your time at home. Initially, you saw your family as a warm haven, a home sweet home, where nowhere else compared to the comfort of returning home, enjoying a family meal, and feeling the warmth from your loved ones. You looked forward to those reunion moments, sharing happiness with your family. However, the allure of money and power gradually pulls you away from your family, making you feel tired every time you return home. If bringing something home or doing something nice for your loved ones used to bring you great joy, now it feels like a burden. You might think you're working hard to nurture family happiness, but in reality, it's often more about satisfying yourself. Therefore, you often find excuses to stay at work longer instead of going home. At work, you feel happy, while returning home makes you feel lazy and tired. Hence, you have endless opportunities to develop your talents, but the chance to improve your heart, to return to the pure soul you once aspired to be, is diminishing. You even expect your family members to always be cute and obedient to your wishes, thinking that your hard work outside is for them, so they should cater to everything you want when you're home. As a result, you don't spend time learning and improving your role as a spouse, causing you to perform poorly in these roles. On the contrary, outside, you excel at work and are seen as a role model. But at home, you become clumsy and awkward, unable to showcase your abilities. Instead of recognizing and improving yourself, you dive into work, an area where you feel more confident and capable, continuing to focus on economic development. You refuse to change yourself and take on the responsibility of earning money, while leaving the responsibility of maintaining family harmony, educating children, creating a warm atmosphere, and connecting family members to others. You start expecting everything at home to be ready for you, meals prepared, the house clean, and the children well taught. And everyone in the family should always be ready with a smile for you, quick to agree and obey. You think these are simple requests and can't understand why your family can't meet them. You even believe that making money is much harder than keeping the family spirit alive, a view that can lead to a serious imbalance in family relations. When you don't receive the welcome and support you expect, you begin to feel dissatisfied and lose interest in family life. Instead, placing your faith in work, relationships with clients, and the products you create as the key to your own stable life. That means you've turned your family into a support mechanism for your desire to show off, prove your power and capabilities. Instead of the initial goal of building a happy family home, with work as a means to support that, we're starting to blur the lines between means and goals. Often, it's only after facing a major upheaval, like being demoted, failing in business, going bankrupt, experiencing a serious health issue, or suffering a personal loss, that we start to really pause and reflect on our lives. It's at these moments we realize the importance of showing more love, saying sorry, and making amends to our loved ones. Or, when our family members face difficulties, our arrogance and pride naturally diminish because we see their vulnerability and need for help, awakening our compassion and empathy. During these times, you begin to seek calm, reevaluate your pursuit of happiness, wondering where you stand in life and how your relationships with loved ones measure up. Sometimes, it takes the family being unable to bear it anymore, even deciding to leave, for you to truly awaken and recognize that you've neglected too many responsibilities in building and maintaining emotional bonds. In moments of quiet self-reflection, you realize that you've been releasing toxic energy due to a long period of neglecting self-care and inner cultivation. You've forgotten the importance of nurturing the soul, skipping the crucial process of self-improvement. Inside us lie valuable seeds like sacrifice, patience, tolerance, generosity, and the ability to listen and understand. However, instead of watering these seeds, we've been nurturing the seeds of conflict, competition, scheming, doubt, and anger. Over time, this not only releases harmful energy, but also deeply and negatively affects the minds and souls of our dearest ones, whether spouses, children, or any other family member. They might have left you long ago, but stayed because they still love you, showing great patience. Thus, to care for an emotional relationship, beyond seeking basic comforts for life, we also need to focus on cleansing our own souls, striving to purify our hearts. Don't leave your life in someone else's hands, but take responsibility for yourself. Don't think that just because you have talent, power, or money and have married someone, you can do, say, or unleash as much toxicity as you want. Human tolerance has its limits. If you strip away your talents, degrees, and current job as a successful business person or CEO, ask yourself, what remains that defines who you are? Life's grand purpose. When you realize that your main goal in life is to find happiness for yourself and bring joy to your loved ones, you'll be ready to let go of personal desires and wishes that weigh down building loving relationships. This means cutting back on work, reducing things that drain your energy so you can save it for your family and loved ones. If you're still obsessed with winning, wanting to show off, and not caring about your family's hurt, it shows you haven't really got your life goals figured out, or you've strayed from what you initially set out to do. So, when you get home tonight, take some time to sit down and reflect on your relationships, considering how your desires and expectations might have unintentionally caused pain and pressure to your loved ones. While our goals may be justified, the way we go about achieving them isn't always the best. Forcing unrealistic expectations on our children, like wanting them to always get top grades or excel at a musical instrument that we're not good at ourselves, can put unnecessary pressure on them. We must remember that the ultimate goal of any relationship is happiness and empathy, not achieving accomplishments set by ourselves or society. It's the end of the video. Thank you for joining us today. And don't miss out on more videos from us by subscribing and turning on the notification bell icon.